welcome to episode 80 of Credit 101. We're going to talk about the student loan payments. Now, student loan payments have they already started, but I am starting to see with new clients plus older clients that people are not paying these student loans, you guys. You have to pay your student loans or you have to figure out some type of option. So for the next few days and the next few episodes too, we're going to talk about the different options that you all have. Now, I did get an email, which was very surprising from NerdWallet when they were saying last week 153,000 student loan borrowers got the surprise so many others have been waiting for total loan forgiveness. So I was like, wait, hold on. Can I get prior to this? But they said you could qualify if you enrolled in SAVE, took out $12,000 or less for college, and have spent at least 10 years in repayment. So if you guys may qualify for this, if you did this, maybe you want to check your email because they say, hey, check your email because you're probably going to figure out what's next. But definitely, you guys, if you guys have student loans, you definitely want to get on some type of repayment plan because it's going to make sure that they're not reporting you late. The student loan company, whoever your servicer is, they're not going to report you late until you're 90 days late. So if you guys have student loans, you haven't got some type of plan, please get on them, and I'm going to go over those plans with you. But I want to make sure that you guys have something set up. So let's actually go over those different plans in the next episodes. If you guys have any questions, please call me 833-Rickita. I'll be happy to help you all. Hey, welcome to episode 81 of Credit 101. In this episode, I want to talk to you guys about the 5 reasons why your student loans could be canceled. So if you, like me, don't want to really pay them, you trying to figure out other options to get rid of your student loans, then let me tell you a few things that you all can do further research on to figure out what you can do to cancel your student loans. So first of all, if you guys went to a school and it closed before you was able to finish your program, then that is a reason why you can actually cancel your student loans. If you are unable to work due to like some type of permanent disability or injury or illness, then you guys can get them canceled that way too. Just make sure you call your servicer and let them know, hey, I had this happen. How do I go through the process of getting them canceled? And then also, if you withdrew from the school and they did not give you a refund, but you were supposed to get your refund, but they did not give you a refund, then this is a reason why you would not have to pay them. You can actually get them canceled. And all cancellation is basically forgiveness. Okay, that's all it really is. So when you think about forgiveness, there's other ways that you guys can get forgiveness. Say if you guys served in the Peace Corps, then you guys can get forgiveness there. If you guys are helping those certain populations that are more needy or lower income, like sometimes teachers and things like that, they have special programs for forgiveness. So definitely look into that. Or even if you guys serve in the military, these are the different reasons why you can get your student loans canceled or forgiven. And if you guys have further questions, please look on your credit reports, figure out who your servicer is, call them and say, hey, this is our situation. What can I do about it? Especially if I told you something here and you had it going on, you can ask them exactly what you can do about it. Hey, if you guys want to start paying the payments on your student loans, and I'm going to tell you guys how you can do this. This is episode 82 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about what you guys can do and what it would look like too if you guys was to do this. So what you want to do is you want to actually defer your student loan payments. Usually if you guys are in school, usually about 6 months after you get out of school, they're going to start making you pay, but they're going to defer your payments for 6 months, meaning you don't have to pay for 6 months. You don't have to pay for that 6 months after you get out of school. So that's the deferral of your payments. There's other ways you can actually do it. And when you guys defer your payments, you guys are not going to be charged interest on your federal Perkin loans, and then also your direct subsidized loans or your basically direct subsidized loans. And if you guys have any subsidized federal Stanford loans, you guys will not have to pay interest on this. The government is actually going to pay the interest for you. Now, if you guys have like plus loans, you will be charged interest, but the best thing about having the plus loans, even though they will charge you interest, you still can defer it, but they're going to add that interest to the balance. So you can definitely still defer it, because for private loans, we're not talking about that. We're talking about federal student loans, okay? So even with the plus loans, you guys can definitely defer it, but you are going to get charged interest, and then they're going to put whatever interest you're being charged, they're going to add that to your balance. So that is what you guys have to do for deferring your payments, you can also call them and ask for a deferment. In the next episode, we're going to talk about a forbearance because it's different than a deferment. But I would rather get that deferment because you got to think about, you have to pay interest on certain loans, okay? And don't forget, you got subsidized and unsubsidized loans. So with your subsidized loans, you don't have to pay the interest on it. So let's go ahead and talk about the forbearance. I just make sure I was looking at everything and make sure I hit all of our notes so that you guys can know exactly what to do. But again, while I'm telling you all the different things about student loans, please just call them and say, hey, how can I get on deferment? As simple as that, and they're going to tell you exactly what you can and can't do. But if they can't put you on deferment for whatever reason, a forbearance may be for you, because you can even do a forbearance. You can even do a forbearance while you're in default. So let's go ahead and check that out. Hey, welcome to episode 83 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about a forbearance. Now, if you guys have not tried to do the deferment, please do that first. Ask or try to see if you can get on deferment, because in certain cases, depending on your student loans, they won't charge you interest, and then they're going to stop the payments anyway. So I would suggest that you guys do that. Now, forbearance is for those people that can't get on deferment, and even if you guys are possibly in default, then you still can actually do this. We're going to go over that in a little bit, but please try to see if you can get a deferment first. A forbearance is actually going to stop you guys from having to make those student loan payments. So this is more of a guaranteed way. Everybody can't do the deferment, but if you can get in there, that would be perfect. But if not, call to see if you can do a forbearance. Now, again, this is only going to postpone your payments, or actually it can temporarily reduce the amount of your payment. And this is better than actually letting them report late payments to your student loan to the credit bureaus and messing up your student loans. You do not want that to go on. So you definitely want to call them and see if you can get a forbearance. And that's after you ask them for a deferment. Now, remember, you will still be charged interest in a forbearance. A deferment, they won't charge you interest, but in a forbearance, they will definitely charge you interest. And again, you might qualify for this even if you're in default. So ask them about it, okay? If you're too far gone, then maybe you got to do like a rehabilitation. We're going to talk about that in one of the future episodes, but definitely try to see if you can qualify for this one, okay? Try to see if you can qualify for the forbearance. And then we're going to go over a few other things in the next episode, still about student loans. So I'll see you in episode 84. Hey, welcome to episode 84 of Credit 101. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to actually lower your student loan payments. So we talked about doing forbearance before. We also talked about a deferment. Check out the other episodes if you need information about that. In this episode, we're actually going to talk about debt consolidation in terms of your student loans. So you want to actually consolidate your student loans. So this is all you want to do. And when you consolidate your student loans, you can actually turn it to just one payment. That's one option. Or you can turn it into multiple payments. It's all up to you. And you can also still do this even if you're in default. So even if you guys are in default, don't think too hard. I tell people, just call your student loan servicer and ask them, hey, could I consolidate my loans? How do I do that? What steps I need to take? And then just do the steps that they're going to tell you to actually take. And most student loans are eligible for this, but if you guys have like private student loans, this honestly is not for you. This is just for those people that have federal student loans. But definitely, I would suggest that you guys consolidate your student loans. Sometimes people are trying to get like their student loans deleted from their credit reports. I find that when they just consolidate them and then dispute the other ones that they're reporting, not the new one, but the old ones, then they actually get those deleted from their credit reports. So this is some great information for those people that actually want to lower their payment. Definitely ask them what the interest rate is going to be, because that is going to play a big factor into it, but you definitely want to be able to lower that student loan payment by actually consolidating it. But this is some great information. Call your student loan servicer about consolidation. I'll see you guys in the next episode.